Welcome to episode 250 of the ABA Speech Podcast. What started as an idea and my first podcast being taped in my walk-in closet on a snow day while my 3 kids were playing turned into over 250 episodes. And today we are celebrating this milestone episode with a bit of a sneak peek into my family life. I have a really wonderful guest today. I have my son, Paxton Griffin. He is asking me his burning questions all about the podcast. And he has some that were made up with the help of his sisters. And then he made up one all on his own, which I thought was very sweet. And he has some podcasting aspirations as well. He's only 10, but hey, never too early to get started. So in this episode, you will get a sneak peek into my personal life. And I wanted to say thank you so much for listening over these 250 episodes. We have many more in store. If you're new to the podcast, a new episode drops every single Tuesday where we talk about communication. And we have autistic adults on, and we have speech therapists and BCBAs and parents. And it is a wonderful time to dialogue and learn together, whether you're listening on your walk or your jog or your drive between clients. I am happy that you are here. Also in the show notes, I am going to have my team list our most popular podcast episodes. So if you have been here since day one, thank you very much. I appreciate you. This was just a hope and a dream to start my own podcast. And I will tell you that I was very, very nervous when I started to record episode 1. And in episode 1, I will include that in the show notes too. I share my journey to becoming duly certified. There are fewer than 525 people now. I don't know the exact number. I'll have to get some help from my colleagues on that exact number, but it's not a lot of us. There are not a lot of people who are duly certified in the world. And I try to meet every single one of them, whether it's at a conference here on the show or in our membership, the ABA Speech Connection. We have our most listened to episodes over these past 4+ years in the show notes. So episode 62, which is all about joint attention. One of my favorite topics to cover. I try to still do that course a couple times a year because it is about the power of joint attention. That is an awesome show. Another episode that was super well listened to is episode 44, How to Help Students with Apraxia of Speech with Dr. Edith Strand. If you have not heard her speak, she's amazing. And I did not think she would remember me. I saw her in person last year in Seattle, Washington for the ASHA conference, and we had a nice chat and a nice conversation. That's actually a part 1 and a part 2. So I'll put part 1 in the show notes. And then episode 45, Executive Functioning with Sarah Ward. If you haven't heard Sarah Ward speak, you are in for a treat. This is an amazing podcast episode. And I actually had the honor of introducing Sarah here. She came to Cleveland for the Milestones Conference 1 or 2 years ago to do a keynote. And I was the one that said, hey, you should have Sarah Ward come in. She's really great talking about all things executive functioning. With executive functioning is touching so many people's lives, from students to autistic individuals, students with ADHD. A lot of students need executive functioning support. Thank you so much for being here and listening to our show over 4.5 years. If you like what we are talking about here and you believe in the message of utilizing ABA and speech therapy to help all learners find their voice, I hope that you will leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. That helps people know that we are doing great things here. And if you haven't already joined us in the ABA Speech Connection, make sure that you do. That is our CEU membership for speech therapists, BCBAs, and in 2026, RBTs will also have a CEU need as well. We have a great time learning together live. We have at least 2 or 3 live courses every single month. And if you can't join us live, that's okay, because we have over 50 hours of content in our CEU library, which I am so proud to have put together this curated professional development experience for you. And I love doing onboarding calls with you as well. I do an onboarding call with every single new member, and it is fun for me to connect with you and know how I can support you. So let's get into this mini celebratory episode 250 of the ABA Speech Podcast with my son, Paxton Griffin.
I'm Rose Griffin, a speech therapist, board-certified behavior analyst, and founder of ABA Speech. It wasn't all that long ago that I felt overwhelmed by providing therapy for my autistic students and any students who were not yet speaking. Fast forward through many doubts, tears, research, and courses, and you will see the framework that I use today and share with over 60,000 readers weekly. One that will help you support your students and feel more confident in the process. I created the ABA Speech podcast to give you simple, step-by-step strategies to help you reach all of your students wherever they are on their communication journeys. If you're a speech therapist, BCBA, RBT student, or parent who's looking to help all students develop a way to communicate with the world, you are in the right place, friend. Let's get started.
Welcome to episode 250 of the ABA Speech Podcast. We have a very special guest today. We have my son, Paxton Griffin. He is helping me celebrate this milestone of having the podcast for over 4 years. I can't believe it. We've had so many shows. Shout out to my podcast team over at Podfixer, Abigail, David, my assistant Heidi for helping me put together all the shows. On episode 200, we had my husband, Patrick Griffin, interview me, and that was super fun. And so I wanted to celebrate this milestone of over 4.5 years of the podcast. And so I have Paxton with me. So Paxton, tell everybody how old you are.
I am 10 years old.
10 years old. That's right. Okay. So what is your first question?
Have you always wanted to be a speech therapist?
That's a great question. So when I was growing up, I did not know what speech therapy was, but my mom, grandma, gave me a career test and asked me all these different questions. And it said that I should be a speech therapist. So I shadowed a family friend and we went to all these different places and that was it. I declared my major and got my master's degree and started practicing right away. So yeah, good question. What's your next question?
Oh, well, I think you kind of answered, who or what inspired you to be a speech therapist? Your mom, right?
Well, my mom wasn't a speech therapist. Grandma was a teacher, but I really liked the ability to be able to help others. You know, like you've seen all the stuff that I do for speech therapy. And yeah, so I just like being able to help people every day. And I had the chance to work in your school for 2 years. That was pretty cool, right? To be able to see me at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice little thing that we did. So yeah, so I don't know if I had another speech therapist that really inspired me, but I thought it would be really neat to do a job where you're supporting and helping others every day. So that has been really fun for me. Yeah.
All right. When you were my age, the first double digits.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. What did you want to be when you grew up?
Ooh, that's a good question. I really wanted to do something with the ocean because I would go on a vacation every year to the ocean. We go places like Myrtle Beach or Ocean City. And so I really thought I wanted to do something with the ocean, but I don't live by the ocean. I didn't go to college by the ocean. So I don't think really in reality that would have been good for me. But I do really like all the vacations that we go on.
Nice.
So I try to go to the ocean on vacation. What's our favorite vacation that you've been on so far?
Okay, I'm gonna say Utah.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah, this crazy house. And the garage, there was a movie theater and there was a bunch of arcade games. And there was air hockey, foosball, and the whole house could fit 16 people. And there was a pool with a basketball hoop.
That was neat.
And we went to a national park, Zion.
Zion. Yeah, we went to Zion. That was super fun. Yeah, we love Utah. Gosh, that was pretty. That was fun. Well, I'm glad you liked that. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, so I think growing up, I think I wanted to do something with the ocean but that wasn't really me. So when I took that career test, that kind of made sense to me to do something that's helping, science related, and I love it. I knew that's what I wanted to do right away. Yeah, good question. Yeah. So let's do one last question for you, okay? So we started talking about doing a podcast for you. What would your podcast be about?
We'll just Yeah, I'm starting a podcast. It's where we try to get in contact with football players and try to bring them on the podcast because I'm a football player in general. I play tackle football.
Yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. So what's one thing that you've seen me working on with ABA speech? Because I've had this business 8 years. Let's see. So when you were 2, that's when I started. That's when I started
Oh,
it. What's something
what
that you,
have I seen you do?
yeah,
Your podcast. Your
my
podcast.
podcast. That's right.
Think of your
Yeah.
podcast. Oh, I do have a question.
Okay.
Do you enjoy your podcast?
Yes, I do enjoy the podcast. That's a good question. Yeah, because I get to talk to people from all over the world, really, on the show. So people listen from over 80 countries. So it's
80
definitely
countries?
80 countries. Yeah. So it's been really fun to meet all these people over the past 4.5 years. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Paxton, for coming on to the show to help me celebrate episode
Oh,
250.
Mom.
Okay. Love you.
Hey,
Bye.
in 2 seconds. Bye.